Hello, darlings, and welcome to my kitchen. That's right, my kitchen. And if my husband ever tried to tell you anything different, well, he's a liar, so you shouldn't trust anything that man says to you. My husband hasn't cooked a single successful meal ever in this kitchen, and I've cooked many, so therefore it is my kitchen. And if he has ever tried to cook anything for you, I'm sure it was a disaster and he nearly burnt down the whole house trying, so. Needless to say, I'm not a fan of drama, but I am always down for a nice piping hot cup of tea, which brings me to today's activity, tea tasting. And so, as you can see, I have a lovely spread of different flavors of tea that I will be trying before your very eyes today. Hopefully, all of them are palatable. But I'm always open-minded. I mean, take my husband, for example. I had to be very open-minded to put his ring on my finger, so. Without further ado, shall we try our first flavor? Choices, choices. Perhaps we will start with something simple that I know I love dearly. And this will also most likely serve as a palate cleanser, because let's be honest, I have no faith in a lot of these flavors on the table. And it's not the first time I haven't had a lot of faith in something. Someone. Anyways, let's start with a nice simple black tea, shall we? Yes, but wait. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Before we can try anything, I have to wait for my kettle to heat up the water. After all, can't really make tea with cold water, can you? Oh, this? Oh, no. Oh, darling, please, no, this is not tea. This is something far better. This is what I used to tell my children was grown-up juice. And yes, the sun is still in the sky, but in this household, it's never too early to start. It's like I can still hear them now. Now this flavor is officially called English tea time. Do you hear that? That's the sound of my patience waning. Or maybe even rage rising. But you know, nothing could ever beat the scream of a little girl not getting her way. Elizabeth could shatter glass, that child. And now we wait. Approximately 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5, depending on how strong you like your brew. I like mine on the stronger side. I'd say that's been long enough. Cheers to our first cup of tea that we're sharing together. If you have your own, that is. Otherwise, cheers to me for putting up with everything that I put up with. Tastes like early, miserable mornings. Just how I like it. What a lovely classic. But shall we move on to a more exciting flavor? I'm thinking of trying Perfectly Mint next. It is another form of black tea, but it's blended with spearmint for that refreshing feeling. So for those of you who are curious as to where my husband is, if I knew, I wouldn't be doing this with my time, but I do have a theory, and that is that lately my husband has been secretly collecting other unsuspecting husbands and conveniently discarding of their wives. Ulterior motive? Who knows? You know, I'd like to say that my husband and I trust each other deeply and that he would confide in me about anything and everything. I mean, till death do we part, in sickness and in health, but it seems the man likes to keep his secrets. He's always been a mysterious man. It's one of the things that caught my eye back in the day. It's just that the mystery has gone a bit stale now. But maybe someday he'll come back with the milk and my children will rejoice. But until that day comes, it's just me and my menagerie of tea flavors to pass the time. I mean, I made the effort, don't get me wrong. I tried to not be so lonely today. I mean, after all, I invited Fiona to this, but she just doesn't seem like the type to make much conversation lately. Isn't that right, Fiona? How's the husband? How's the son? Yeah. I love to hear it. You know, honestly, I think Henry's wife was the only sensible one. She ran while she still could. God, I miss that woman. Anyways, I think this has cooled off enough, so let's try it. Ah, refreshing. Minty. Ah, you know what else could use a good refreshing? Anyways, lovely, but boring. So shall we move on to, hopefully, something actually more exciting now? You know what I'm feeling right about now? I'm feeling spicy. Let's go ahead and try this ginger honey tea. Sounds soothing. Take this moment just for you, it says. Oh, thank you, I will. It's rare that I ever take moments for myself. Oh, great heavens. That's the most alive I've felt in a while. It is indeed spicy. You know, it just occurred to me, I have no idea who you are. Or why you're in my kitchen. Maybe I am lonely. Maybe I've finally gotten to the point where I am inviting strangers into my kitchen to cope. You seem nice. Yeah, you have a friendly face. And I hope you like tea, because there's a lot of it here. And you want to know what I have even more of? But don't be mistaken. I'm not sharing this. I'd say that's been long enough. I'm gonna take a nice long sip of this spicy ginger honey tea and rethink all of my lifelong choices. Oh. No. Well, no. You know, the honey is pleasant. I'll say that. The honey is nice. The ginger? It's an acquired taste. It might grow on me the more I taste it. I was going to make another following remark, and I decided to keep it inside of my head. Not my favorite, but definitely more exciting, so now I think we're finally on the right track. Let's continue from the top of the stacks, shall we? And I am eager to try this boysenberry tea. Come on now. Come on! Easy. Barely broke a sweat. It's a berry. It's definitely a berry. Oh, not the tag. Not the tag. We're nearly out of hot water, so the kettle is back on the stove, and there's only about a minute left until this boysenberry tea is ready for sipping. I mean, I know we're strangers, right? We just met. And you're in my house and in my kitchen. But anyways, you would tell me if you happened to know anything about my husband that I didn't, right? I could trust you. Like I said, you have a very friendly face. More friendly than Fiona's over there. It seems that she's lacking a face at all lately. But I don't judge a woman. I'm a girl's girl. I will always tell her that she looks absolutely ravishing today. Well, I'm impatient, and this tea looks about as dark as it'll possibly ever get, so let's try this boysenberry tea. Ooh, now that is lovely. It's sweet, very berry-like, has a hint of almost a raspberry or blackberry flavor to it, which I suppose makes sense because, you know, boysenberry, very similar. I think this one might be my favorite so far. I am a fan of sweet flavors. Anything to get rid of the bitter taste on my tongue from what will surely be a pending divorce. Honestly, it's like playing chicken. I'm just waiting for the day it comes. Don't keep a lady waiting. Anyways, let's move on to the next flavor. Let's get back to our spices, shall we, and try another blend of black tea and herbs. Now this color theme is to die for. Red, like passion, or rage, take your pick. I feel a little bit of both nowadays. You know, I suppose if my husband is collecting other unsuspecting husbands and ridding of their wives, if he happens to collect any more, and he needs somewhere for those wives to go. Perhaps I should start considering collecting wives. I mean, it only seems fair. Right? Anyways, cheers, darlings. Now, why would you go and disgrace black tea like that? Oh, that is utterly dreadful. Oh, you know the tea is bad if you have to wash it down with red wine. Oh yes, because it is orange rind, not just orange or orange blossom or something far more pleasant. It has to be the rind, which nobody asked for and nobody wants. And if you do... Are you all right, love? Do you need a hug? A therapy session? Anyways, let's move on. And forget that this one ever happened, because... have you ever wanted to unwind? Well, now's your time. Because next, I am going to sip on some lovely chamomile tea. Another classic and one of my very favorites. So this is a treat to myself as a reward for having to deal with the last one. I'm sure you can forgive me. So, Fiona. How's that husband, Mr. Murray? Edwin, your sweet Edwin. I know my husband has done quite a number on his sanity and possibly his self-esteem and his fragile little ego. My sincerest apologies. If I had known, I would have, you know, whipped him right back in line. So how's he been? Pray tell. No, that's great news. I'm glad to hear that he's just dead and he didn't run from his responsibilities. Like mine. But don't worry, I'm waiting for the day. Let's play a fun game together called Did he run from his responsibilities or did he just die? Well, time for some relaxation. Cheers, darlings. Oh, sweet relief. Oh, absolutely lovely. One of my favorites. It might even top the boysenberry. In fact, you know what? This just in. The chamomile does, in fact, top the boysenberry. Delightful. But unfortunately, that's not where we're stopping. We do still have 4 more interesting flavors to get through, so shall we? Now, I know it is not anywhere near the holidays, or at least not the winter holidays. However, I think next, I'm going to refresh myself with a bit of peppermint. Woo! Nothing like a bit of this to wake you up in the morning. Or keep you up late at night on Christmas Eve. That reminds me of the time that my husband was once compared to a financially shrewd Santa Claus. Oh, my taste in men should have been so much higher. You know something? I just can't stop wondering about Henry's wife. No offense, Fiona. You look alive as ever. But man, I wonder whatever happened to that woman. Where did she go? What is she doing with her life? Did she remarry? I hope not. I hope there's still time. Anyways, that's enough wine. Cheers. And Merry early Christmas. You know, I've never learned how to whistle properly, but I feel as though I could now. Voila! Whew, I am rejuvenated and ready to move on to our next flavor. Let's move on to another classic and commonly known favorite, shall we? Earl Grey. And speak of the devil, this is actually my husband's favorite. No, it's not. I just used to make it for him and pretend it was black tea just because it would make him mad. Oh, stop it, you. Can't a girl be a little cheeky sometimes? And do you know how I got away with it? Because he would ask, "Darling, is this black tea?" And all I'd have to say is, "Yes, honey." Says right on the box. Black tea, just like you asked. Or maybe, if you don't like it so much, perhaps you should be a little more specific. I love malicious compliance. Oh, everything reminds me of him. Well then, bottoms up, Oh, yep, everything reminds me of him. And he doesn't even deserve it. Anyways, 2 more left. Well, I suppose while we kill time as we wait for the kettle to boil some more water, I can... Oh, just a minute. Be right back. Yes, hello, good day. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Oh, sorry. Mrs. Afton, this is for you.
Oh.
You've been served.
Have
a good day now.
Will you too have a lovely day? Well, well, well. I'll be damned. The man actually finally grew a pair and did it. Well, what better of a way to kill time than to sign some divorce papers? Thank you, Almighty God. I have been waiting for the day. Did I forget to mention, the next one I am planning on trying is this lovely, perfect peach. That's what he used to call me when we met in high school. I'm a strong, independent woman, and I frankly don't need these anymore. Actually, I wonder how much this would go for. Ooh, Mama's about to be rich! I am my own perfect peach. And my finger has never felt so liberated in its whole life. I wonder if I still have Linda's number. Maybe I should call her. Fill her in on everything. Oh, why is this still in my hand? It's empty. Well, it's been a few minutes now of me standing here and pondering in silence, and I can't do it anymore, so cheers, darlings. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, my lovelies, I think we might have a new contender for first place. It is indeed the perfect peach. Let's move on to our final flavor. I just kind of want to be done with this. Now, this little guy here is actually a fruit tea sampler, so it comes with multiple different fruits. However, I've already tried peach of one kind, so I'll skip. And as far as the wild berry, true berry, and raspberry zinger, I feel like the boysenberry was similar enough. And I don't have time for repeat experiences. I'm ready to move on to something new. Like the last flavor of tea in this sampler, which is not similar to anything I've already tried. Well, cheers, darlings, for the last time. Oh, divine. Tastes like the sweet release of divorce with a hint of full custody. And I think I'm picking up on some notes of an excellent prenup. Wonderful. What a wonderful finale to this lovely tea tasting. Now get the hell out of my kitchen because I still don't know who you are. But before you go, please, darlings, do take the time to like this video. Please. I could really use any bit of strength right now. So please, if you've made it this far, take the extra 5 more seconds to like it. And if you want to be a real dear, comment something lovely. Please tell me that you're on my side. And if you are the generous giving type, share this video with your friends. And in the meantime, keep sipping on that piping hot fresh tea, dearies. And until next time, I'll maybe cross paths with you again. That is, if you, you know, unsolicitedly show up inside of my house and stand menacingly in my kitchen again. Good day. I'm just gonna take this and go. Please get out of my house.